It'll probably be a while before you see this because I gotta record it and then I gotta have the courage to let you see it and be able to tell you what I'm saying. But I figured if I do something in a public forum, and because I'm a public guy and have a public persona, I have to be public about what I've done. And in that way, hopefully there's some sort of vindication. There's some sort of clearance. There's some sort of unstaining of my heart and my soul. And therefore, perhaps, in all of that, in embarrassing myself, I can obtain from you some semblance of forgiveness. Even if you won't. Isn't it funny how men always say they're sorry, right? I mean, rarely, at least the way society depicts it, women don't say they're sorry, or they don't have to say they're sorry because they usually don't do anything wrong, right? So it's always a dude, in my case, a black dude, who's coming up, and some women would say the N-word, always saying sorry, always apologizing, always saying how wrong he is and what have you the case may be, right? But rarely it's just you and the woman. Rarely it's just you and the person you wronged, and yet and still here I come on this public forum to apologize for my transgression, because I realize I have transgressed. Behind the smile, behind being charming, behind the immense talent, behind the carved out muscles. I'm sorry, this almost sounds like an ode to myself, and it isn't supposed to be that. So I apologize for my self-indulgent, egotistical nature. It's just who I am. And I apologize. And I'm sorry. I've committed high crime against our relationship. I have taken your trust and violated it. I have went behind your back when times you thought I was supposed to be somewhere and I wasn't. When I'm text messaging you the hey, hello, how you been? I'm thinking about you. I miss you. I love you. My mind and heart was somewhere else. For that, I apologize. I try to consider myself an upright individual. I was raised by good parents. I was. One of which is watching me as a witness to my confession, watching me say this to you aloud so you'll know the sincerity of it, so you know that I'm not just saying anything to say anything. This isn't an act in a play. This isn't a monologue. This isn't a rehearsal. This is me confessing to you. And you see, if you could see the number of people starting to tune in or listening in, so I can make my shame public. I should have had more restraint. I should have been able to stay where I was because I was happy. I was not unhappy, so that's not the excuse. Perhaps I was just lazy. And when you hear this, so there's no ambiguity, love, I have cheated on you. And I might as well tell you. Instead of running to you, instead of finding ways to see you, instead of making excuses like saying, oh, I've got to audition, oh, I've got to go to rehearsal, oh, I've got to be on set, oh, I've got to perform, oh, I've got to go to the store, oh, I've got to do this, oh, I've got to check out my daughter, oh, I've got to, instead of saying all those things I had to do, I should have been trying to see you. Okay. Instead of sending you numerous poems via YouTube, via Instagram, or whatever the case may be, I should have been in your face telling you how I feel, but I didn't. In that respect, I was a coward. And I'm sorry. Instead of just relying on words, carefully scripted words and the music going along with them, I should have been talking to you. Instead of these thoughts that range in my head, these thoughts that run the gamut of happy, lustful, sad and angry. Happy because you exist and exist in my head and exist in my life. Sad because even though I'm happy that you exist, sad because I have to be away from you so much. Sad that I have so many things to do as you have so many things to do. Angry because of reason 2, but because of reason 1 causes reason 2 and then brings about reason 3. And, well, they're lustful because, well, of course, when you feel something for somebody, it crosses over into that barrier, hopefully starting with the like. So it's lustful, sad, and I'm angry. And thus, I've cheated on you with these thoughts. Instead of telling you, instead of being in your face and telling you, I've cheated on you with these thoughts of you. I have relied on these thoughts of you to substitute instead of being with you. And I'm sorry. I apologize. Instead of picking up the phone and letting you hear my voice, and letting you hear the consternation in my voice, the desperation in my voice, every time I gotta sit on these sets, all these hours, which keeps me away from you because you got stuff to do too. All these responsibilities I got, all these aspirations I got, keep me away from you. And so thus, I have to write and recite and depend on my feelings. Hopefully that they transcribe themselves and travel enough to get to you. So thus, with these feelings, I have cheated on you. Instead of just showing you. I'm sorry. And I apologize. Normally, every day, everybody watching me, I am a bold doer. I am a mover. I am a shaker. I make things happen, and I didn't. And I'm sorry. I've cheated on you with my life, time, my lack of presence, and I apologize. I just certainly hope you forgive me and give me another chance. Wait, you didn't think I was talking about some other woman, did you? Oh my God, hell no. See, I've gotten complacent. I relied on everything that I've done to give me some sort of good credit balance with you. I relied on my colorful words, these adjectives, these adverbs, and everything, and the way I put them together to substitute. I relied on the deeds that I've done before to fill in the blanks of hours, days, and weeks that I haven't seen you. I relied to do that. And thus, I've let all those things get in the way of what I was supposed to do. But oh, hell no. There's never, nor will ever be any woman but you. But I cheated and not giving you my best effort, as I've always done. And I apologize. My poem.